Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to focus on one of the many alternative algorithms for a multi-digit addition. The process is called lattice addition. It's a pretty interesting process, and it can be used both in base 10 and in other bases. So here's an example. This is from base 10, 1974 plus 368. Okay, for lattice addition, what you do is you look at the numbers in each column, and you would add those with stating the ones and the tens. So the tens are in the top, and the ones are in the bottom of that grid below. So if I have 4 plus 8, that is 12. That is 1 10 and 2 ones. Okay, so you record the tens and the ones in the grids. 7 plus 6, that is 13. 1 10 and 3 ones. 9 plus 3, that's also 12. 1 10 and 3 ones. 1 plus 0 is 1, which is 0 tens and 1 1. Okay, so then what you do is you sort of add going down, and then you add along the diagonal to get the answers. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 4 is also 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. And that would say that 1974 plus 368 is 2,442. Notice that lattice addition, one of its advantages is it minimizes the amount of carrying that a student has to do. Here's a second example, again with base 10, a little bit larger numbers. So 3 plus 8 is 11, 1 10 and 1 1. 7 plus 4 is also 11, so 1 10 and 1 1. 9 plus 8 is 17, so 1 10, 7 ones. 6 plus 7 is 13, which is 1 10 and 3 ones. So add going down each column, then add across the diagonals to find the answer. So that would be 1, which is 1 just along that diagonal. 1 plus 1 along that diagonal is 2. 1 plus 7 is 8. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then along that diagonal, 1 plus is nothing there, so that's just 1. Most people write it on the side like this, but you can write it either on the side or on the bottom. And that would say that 6,973 plus 7,848 is 14,821. Again, notice that there was no carrying that needed to be done. Lattice addition is also pretty useful when it comes to addition in other bases. Okay, so the only thing you have to keep in mind here is that your addition is in terms of base 6 in this case. And for base 6, remember that the digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no 6 in base 6. And then it's helpful to know how those digits are added. So for example, if I look at the first one, 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 in base 6, okay, that is in our traditional numbers 8, but 8 is 1 6 and 2 ones. So 4 plus 4 in base 6 is equal to 12, base 6. So what you have to keep in mind when you're doing lattice addition in other bases is that all of your additions are in that other base. So 4 plus 4, that is 8. 8 is 1 6 and 2 ones. Remember in base 6 your place value is not tens and ones, but is sixes and ones. 4 plus 2, that is 6. 6 is 1 6 and 0 ones. 4 plus 5 is 9. That is 1 6 and 3 ones. And lastly, 1 plus 0 is 1. That is 0 sixes and 1 left over. So just as you did in lattice addition in base 10, add down the columns and then add along the diagonals to get the answer. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. And there is nothing here, so 0. That says that in base 6, 1544 plus 424 is 2412 base 6. One check to make sure you've done it right. You should have no digit down below that is bigger than a 5. One last example of lattice addition in another base. We've got base 3. Base 3 is a really nice compact other base. The only digits are 0, 1, and 2. And then look at it again at some of the additions. For example, 2 plus 2, the first addition we would need to do, 2 base 3 plus 2 base 3, that is equal to 4. And 4 is 1, 3, and 1, 1. So that would be 4 plus 4 is 11, base 3. Remember that in base 3, your place values, you've got 0, you've got 1s, you've got 3s, and then you've got 9s and so forth. All right, so let's go ahead and do this in base 3. 2 plus 2, that is 4. 4 is 1, 3, and 1 left over. 2 plus 0 is just 2, which is 0 3s and 2 left over. 2 plus 2 again is 4, which is 1 3 and 1 left over. 1 plus 0 is 0 3s and 1 left over. So when I do this addition, remember you're adding in base 3, adding along the diagonals. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, here's an example of where you will have to carry. Remember, you're adding in base 3. So 1 plus 2 is 3. That is 0 1s, and you're going to carry 1 3. Okay, so then you add down the list. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. So what you'd have is that 1222 base 3 plus 202 base 3 equals 2201 base 3. And that is lattice addition, both in base 10 and in other bases.